Tonight, in the briefing room, government moves to strengthen support for women and victims of domestic violence. The Grosley Mini Stadium renaming ceremony set for Saturday. In our special report, Taiwan's partnership strengthens St. Lucia's human capital and communities. Cabinet ministers go on the record in our Point Blank segment, and Serenity Park gets ready to reopen to the public. Stay with us. I'm Kirby Allen, standing in for Melissa Paul, and I'll tell you more about these and other stories inside the briefing room.
Here's what you can expect this school year. $250,000 for free feminine hygiene products in schools. Temporary teachers will now be paid in August. Grants to private early childhood centers will increase from $2,500 $3,000 per school. The tuition subsidy for children, private early childhood, pre-K schools will double from $50 to $100 per child. Your government is working for you.
The Cabinet of Ministers at its meeting on August 11, 2025, approved two critical measures aimed at addressing gender-based violence and strengthening national support systems for women. The Minister for Gender Affairs, Honorable Virginia Albert Poyot, first announced increased funding for the St. Lucia Crisis Center.
The subvention that they used to get from government before was in the region of $72,000 a year, and that would assist in paying the rental and paying some staff support. At this point, as we speak, government increased that subvention by $168,000. So now the crisis center will be receiving to the tune of $240,000 from government, and they are going to get their own space. They are going to have increased staff, and this will help them attend to some of the needs of the people who have found themselves in domestic violence matters.
Cabinet also endorsed the establishment of a transition committee comprising key stakeholders and experts in gender-based violence. This committee will coordinate the creation of a legally recognized and sustainable institutional framework for the Women's Support Center.
We actually did a review of the Women's Support Center that is completed, and that review recommended that we have a transition committee that will transit that Women's Support Center to either an organization or a business, and it has to be registered.
Together, these initiatives underscore the government's commitment to safeguarding women, strengthening social protection, and building a more responsive support system for survivors of violence. When we come back, the Grosley playing field gets a new name, and in our special report, the government of Taiwan continues to support sporting developments in St. Lucia.
In December 2024, 79 new police recruits joined the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. This December, another 80 officers will graduate. By the end of 2025, that's 159 new officers trained, ready, and on the street. This $1.24 million investment, made possible by the reinstatement and increase in the police training budget, is part of this government commitment to fighting crime and protecting every citizen. Your government is working for you.
On Saturday, September 6th, the Grosley community will witness a proud moment as the Grosley Mini Stadium is officially opened and renamed in recognition of local sporting icons. The decision to rename the facility underscores government's commitment to honoring national heroes whose achievements have inspired generations both on and off the field. The new name will serve as a lasting reminder of Grosley's contribution to St. Lucia's sporting history and as motivation for young athletes pursuing their dreams.
We will be renaming the stadium, we will be renaming the stands of the stadium, and also projecting some other events that will occur at the Grosley Mini Stadium. We are using the theme, the legacy of Grosley. Pretty much we will be highlighting some of those who really contributed to sports development in the constituency. We will be paying homage to them. We're expecting a bumper crowd at the Grosley Mini Stadium. We will be making pronouncements. Of course, we're expecting Cabinet, Prime Minister, myself, and other dignitaries to be at this event. I'm looking forward to it. A lot of work has gone into establishing a mini stadium in Grosley.
Saturday's ceremony is expected to feature cultural performances, tributes from community leaders, and the unveiling of the new stadium signage. It marks not just the renaming of a venue, but the celebration of a legacy that has helped put Grosley on the national sporting map. And we stay on the subject of sports as we take in this special report on the government of Taiwan's unwavering support for youth and sports development in St. Lucia.
And we are not ashamed, we make no bones about it, that we are spending money on the young people of St. Lucia.
Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre and his cabinet of ministers continue to pursue opportunities domestically and abroad that align with his administration's guiding principle of putting people first and moving St. Lucia forward. The Republic of China on Taiwan has fully embraced this philosophy and continues to support government proposals that develop our human capital, build resilience, and support community development. On August 25th, 2025, resident Taiwan ambassador to St. Lucia, Her Excellency Nicole Su, presented a check in the sum of $2.718 million in grant funding to Prime Minister Pierre to initiate strategic development goals.
I'm deeply impressed by the curiosity, the energy, the innovation, and the creativity displayed by the young people here. And through these events, I learned to understand the importance of providing proper tools and opportunities for the people to develop themselves and to explore their potentials. This is why I'd like to thank you for inviting Taiwan to partner with you for your efforts to facilitate opportunities for the people through the 3 projects today.
Our citizens deserve access to safe and modern playing facilities. $1.3 million from the Taiwanese grant will go towards fixing up sporting facilities around the island.
We're not ashamed to spend $80 million on young people. We're not ashamed. And give me the opportunity, if the country could afford, we would spend another $80 million for the young people of St. Lucia. So I want to say to the government of Taiwan, we are very appreciative.
Part of the grant funding will be used to ensure aspiring and seasoned athletes have access to the sporting equipment they need to excel. Another $1 million will provide free, high-quality sports equipment to student athletes in primary, secondary, and tertiary schools. Local sports associations and clubs will also benefit from this funding.
Our record is clear for everyone to see. We are not ashamed of our record. Our record is not hidden. Every St. Lucian can feel. Young people, elderly people, everyone can touch the contribution that this government has made to making their lives more accessible. Any dollar that you give us is properly accounted for, and the availability of these records are there for you to see at any time you want. So we are very pleased that we are getting these funds to assist the people of St. Lucia.
More than $418,000 will help local religious organizations build capacity and provide improved social support services like mentorship programs, free health checks, food and clothing distribution, and crucial psychosocial support for at-risk youth and marginalized groups. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, led by Honorable Kenson Casimir, will manage most of the grant funds. The Ministry of Equity, led by Honorable Joachim Henry, will oversee the Taiwanese-supported efforts to strengthen ongoing government social programs.
straight from the source in the briefing room. For the latest government press briefings, policies, programs, and projects that matter to you, from national security to health, education, and economic growth, it's all in the briefing room. Join the Prime Minister's Press Secretary, Melissa Paul, in the briefing room, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on HTS, Thursdays at 15 p.m. on MBC, and on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. on NTN. In the briefing room, facts matter. In the briefing room, people matter.
And now it's time to go point blank, where our pool of reporters gets straight to the heart of the matter, no holds barred, in tonight's Q&A session.
Good afternoon, Minister. Do you have an update on the vending caravans at George V Park?
I believe in people's empowerment. We have taken the decision. Initially, we felt that we could have rented the caravans and do the general management, but we have come to the realization that in that manner we will not be empowering our people as much as we would like to. So what we are going to do, and we will have a press release pretty soon and probably invite the media to the launch of that. We will do rent to own, where we list to you for a certain period, after which we transfer to you for $1.
Shifting gears a bit to your constituency, we saw it was announced last week that Mr. Estefan will be running for your seat. My question is, what led to that decision? And after your time in office, what advice do you have for Mr. Estefan going forward?
I am still awaiting the official correspondence on that matter. I was informed through a very short message, so I'm waiting for the official correspondence on that matter. When I get the official correspondence, I will respond accordingly. But as I said, the Labour Party has its process of selecting candidates. I am not the one that dictates that. And whatever the party agrees to, I have no objection to that, because I went through that process before when I became a candidate. So I'm fully aware of the process.
Talking about the Grosley and the development, there's one issue I think we've mentioned before. And now that the community is expanding, you have the beach facility, the mini stadium, this Friday night especially, but the traffic management, that is an issue that has been, I think, not much concern.
The fact of the matter is we continue to have conversations with the police in terms of traffic management. I must say congratulations to the Grosley Police. They've worked tremendously over the last year in terms of, we've seen significant improvement in terms of protecting individuals who come to Friday night. So they've put in the extra effort. The fact of the matter is this government took the position of ensuring that we have a northern divisional headquarters. And it's not just a police station. We always say the Grosley Police Station because that's how we'll affectionately know it, especially Jacques Grosley people. But with a northern divisional headquarters, we will have traffic as part of the mandate of policing in Grosley. That is why it's a headquarters. So you have traffic, you have homicide, you have, certain sections. We've given priority to different dynamics. And so we're certainly expecting that upon completion, we will have all the dynamics of a traffic management aspect of policing in Grosley that will be properly we're given the proper mandate in terms of ensuring that traffic management is done through all aspects of Grosley.
And finally tonight, another grand opening for a much anticipated project in Castries Central. According to Parliamentary Representative and Minister for Housing and Local Government, Honorable Richard Frederick, Serenity Park, located in Sans Souci, is getting set for reopening this week, following a period of refurbishment.
And the grand opening will be on Friday, this Friday, at 3 p.m. I'm very pleased with the final product. I am pleased at the quality of work the contractor has delivered to the government and people of this country. And I'm hoping that the park, a number of organizations called me, the banks called me, the older folk called me. I've received a number of calls because, as the name suggests, it's a really serene area, a place for reflection, for, you do all your personal thinking and whatever within that area, right next to a fountain. It makes a very good environment for that purpose. So I've been receiving a lot of calls, and so I felt the compunction to at least publicly inform those persons who are looking forward to the reopening of Serenity Park that will be done on Friday at 3 p.m. And like I said, we have added an amphitheater, we have added changing rooms for male and female, we have added vending booths, and we have changed the fountain, and we have added seats, to that general area. So it is, like I said, more aesthetically pleasing.
And that's our show. Thanks for joining us. Remember to stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll see you next time when we go inside the briefing room. I'm Kirby Allen. Good night.